Foundation has. It's not on.
Oh,
Oh, there. Okay. Today's speakers are from Matrix, which have been supported by this club in the past, and they're here to tell you a little bit about what they do. It's Melissa and Kara, and I need their tags before I can remember what their last names are. Sorry. But anyway, I will turn the program over to Melissa at this point. I don't know if one or both of you are talking.
Yes.
It's Melissa McAtee. And Kara, is it Brovant?
Brovant, yeah.
Brovant, okay.
Thank you. First off, I just want to thank you for having us here today and for all of your support in the past. I have been to one of your meetings before, and I told Kara, you're going to love this meeting. I wish our morning meeting this morning was this fun and energetic and just building positivity. It's wonderful to be here. We've had some exciting things happen over the past 4 or 5 months. Matrix Pregnancy Resource Center has been in our community for the past 38 years. And starting about in November, we started a process of merging with another pregnancy center on the west side, which is Life Care. And so as of January 1st, 2016, we are now Matrix Life Care Center, and we are able to provide services at 3 locations, on the east side of Lafayette, west side, and also on the south side. And to give you a little bit of information, we help support men, women, and children before, during, and after pregnancy. And we support some of the youngest community members, which are seen at the early age of 6 weeks in the womb. So we love to be able to help provide medical services and beyond, but I'm going to let Kara give you a little bit more information before I keep going.
Again, thank you so much for having us today. It is great to be here. This is my first meeting, and Melissa was 100% right. This is so much fun. So I just really appreciate you guys having us out. And like Melissa said, I represent Life Care. That was the center that I worked at before we merged. Life Care is located 2.5 blocks south of Purdue University. So just as Matrix, our goal is to come alongside men and women who might find them in a hopeless situation, give them hope, and then equip them to be phenomenal parents. Our goal is to start, as Melissa said, beginning in the womb and then walking all the way through the toddler years, helping them, teaching them the best resources to be great parents. With the merger, as Melissa said, we are just excited because now we get to encompass the greater Lafayette area. We'll have a center on the east side, a center on the west side, and also a center on the south side of Lafayette. With our education classes, we provide great resources for our parents. When they take these classes, we want to reward them with what we call baby bucks. These baby bucks can be used in our boutiques, which allows them to buy goods for their children, whether it's blankets or onesies or diapers or toys or books. You name it, and our nest or boutiques are stocked full of goods for them. We also have a great volunteer base. We have a phenomenal staff, but so many of the Lafayette individuals have come with us and volunteered with us. So we are just so thankful to the community that really supports and encourages what we do. I'm going to turn it back over to Melissa to share a little more about our vision and where we're going.
So to kind of give you an idea, our south side location is a gently used clothing store, and we have like equipment, maternity clothing, baby clothes, children's clothes, pretty much anything that a parent would need to raise their child, to give them the equipment, the tools that they need physically are over there. We are actually one of the only diaper banks located in the greater Lafayette area. And you may wonder what that is. We are part of the National Diaper Bank Network, which serves all over the nation, because we know not having a clean diaper is a problem, not only sanitarily, but what they have shown is that children don't get the education that they need because parents aren't taking them into preschools or daycare, and parents aren't getting to work because they don't have diapers. It's actually been a long-term study done in California, so we wanted to be a part of that where we could provide some support to make sure that children are getting what they need physically, so that parents can get to work and they can get to school. So that's also located at that Southside Center. We served over 3,000 children at that center last year. We just moved it from 36th Street over to old US 231 where that old Payless shopping strip is. And we know that's a great location where a lot of need is. And we're actually opening our doors. We did some remodeling to make it beautiful and really efficient for our volunteers. It's completely volunteer run. And we will open on Monday to start servicing. So we're really excited about that location. We know that it'll be great and serve even more families than we are right now. At our East Side location, we reserve kind of more of our medical services. We have a great group of medical volunteers. We have our medical director is a volunteer, nurses, nurse practitioners, OBGYNs, all of these people who really believe in what we're doing to start parents, off and children off healthy as possible right away. So we are one of the first people to confirm that a woman is pregnant. We see her right away. So we want to make sure the education that we provide, the support, but mostly the love that we give is there. Because a lot of the people that we see, maybe they're alone by themselves, and parenting is scary. I have 4 kids. It's still scary. My oldest is going to be 10. But just finding out by yourself is heavy, and you wonder what the future holds. And we just want to say to them, we're here. We can help you through these obstacles. We're here right alongside you. They typically come in once a week after that for an hour and work one-on-one with a volunteer. We have over 60 volunteers at our 3 locations that help provide these services. I mean, we just really cannot do this without people like you. And then our West Side Center, we have a lot of education classes, and we're open basically 9 to 5 through the week, but we have people there after hours working really hard just to make sure people feel loved and cared for, which is what life's all about, is, being with each other, building those relationships, and we do that, I think, in a really great way. So, last year, we saw around 4,000 visits total, and we totaled that last year, we had about 500 babies born from our centers, which is a lot of people who someday we hope will grow up and go to the parks that you're making beautiful. Thank you, by the way. We go to Columbian Park quite a bit, and it's really nice to have all the additions there, and my children love it there. We're just very grateful for your hard work. And this year, we're also adding something really fun and awesome. One of the biggest problems that we see is women and men don't have the transportation to get services that they need. So over the past year, we have been fundraising for a mobile unit where we can actually, it's a Mercedes Sprinter vehicle, and it's totally equipped with everything that we need for our medical services and education, and we can physically go to the people who need us. So we're about $18,000 away from $125,000 total to have this up and running. And once we do, it takes about 4 months to deliver the vehicle. It's custom upfitted in Evansville. So we're super excited about that. It's going to be a great addition. But we foresee doing about 600 ultrasounds in 2016 with the merger and everything, different marketing plans that we have. Do you have any questions so far? Anyone? Sure.
Is your clientele primarily people that do not have access to normal pediatricians and so on?
That's a good question. I like to consider ourselves that hub. When typically the women that we've seen as young as 12 with a positive pregnancy test, and as old as 50 with a positive pregnancy test. The general age range, 18 to 25. A lot of the women are probably going to utilize a Medicaid, form of Medicaid. Not all of them. And with the West Lafayette area and the campus, that looks a lot different. But it's just so difficult to figure all of that out. And what we have seen is that women wait and wait and wait, and they're 6 or 7 months before they even get care, which we know that beginning time is so important to have a good, healthy birth outcome. So we kind of walk alongside all those different obstacles. We see women who are homeless. We see women who are married, and maybe it's their first baby. We've seen probably just about any obstacle you can think of. Students that aren't sure what their future holds, it looks a lot different. And just going alongside them and saying, okay, what is that issue? How can we help? But educating them in a process. So we have a whole curriculum that we use and our volunteers use.
What's your full name again?
Where does your financial support come from?
That's a great question. We are fully funded by people who believe in what we do. So churches, businesses, individuals, people who really just care and know that the pregnancy centers, pregnancy support centers across the nation are really doing a lot of good and helping communities kind of stay afloat in these different areas where they may be lacking.
I didn't get the full name of the organization that you represent.
Matrix Life Care Center.
Do you get any federal money?
Not at this time. The grants that we've received have been local, so for usually capital needs, so ultrasounds or office furniture, those kind of things.
As I listen to you and hear your name and what you're doing, you don't do the same things that Planned Parenthood does.
That's a great question. We are a Christian organization and we are pro-life. We do honestly give correct medical information to every woman or man who walks through our doors, and we do that in a very loving approach. If a woman chooses not to have her baby, we do grieve that with her, and we do welcome her back for healing. So we never, ever push anyone away, but we do want to overcome the obstacles that she may have. And some of that are things as simple as, well, where would I take my child to childcare? Or, I don't know how to raise a baby. Well, none of us do in the beginning. We really don't. But we're here to help. But yes, we are a Christian organization.
A few days ago, I had my grandson called and said that he and his wife would like to do FaceTime with me and with Barbara and with his mother. And after we chatted for a while, he said, "Grandpa, I want you to listen to something and see if you can tell me what it is." Well, I heard a look, and I was wrong. I thought it was water dripping in the bathtub. Barbara thought it was a slow train going by. And he said that is the heartbeat of our baby at 3 months, which was a very, very exciting thing. I don't want any of you to tell this to anybody, because they're supposed to tell it to whoever they want. But I'm sneaking it out. And I'll have to admit that I learned for the first time that a fetus at that age actually has fingerprints.
They do. They do. And I will tell you, I've been in a few ultrasounds while women are contemplating other options. And when they see their child and they're educated with truth, medical truth, and they understand the development of a baby, with that and just the peer counseling that we do, overcoming obstacles, 95% of women choose life. 95, that's a high rate of women who choose life.
Do you actually do the ultrasounds yourself?
No. We have, I wish I could, that would be really awesome, but I don't know. I don't know how they see everything at the very beginning, but we have medically trained physicians, a sonographer, and nurses who are able to do that.
That we do at our centers.
Yes.
So at our
Have
centers-
any husbands ever had Doritos in there?
No, but I think we should start offering that. Are you hungry?
No, it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was a great commercial, and I know it's been a lot of upheaval. That was a great question, and I will say the heartbeat is like music to most people's ears when they see that. Did you have a question?
I have a question. Do you partner with any adoption services, adoption agencies?
We do. We utilize.
Repeat the question, please.
She asked if we partner with any adoption agencies, and we talk about all three options. We lay that out and discuss whatever it is the woman wants to discuss. And we do have a local adoption agency, Gifts of Grace, and we know them very well, and we trust how they care for the birth mothers, because that's super important. That's who we're serving, is the birth mother and the child, and we want to make sure that they have long-term care throughout their lifetime. And even when a woman is considering adoption, we still do education with her and walk through that whole process with her. So if she decides to parent, she's equipped, but if she decides to place for adoption, she does have a lot of support on her side as well. Any other questions or? Yes.
What unmet needs do you have, projects that you could do if you had better funding?
Funding is always, we have a lot of different things going on right now at the different locations. Building wise, we have some needs for some new furniture at our west side. We always have the need to keep our doors open and our phones on and our everything going. It costs about $750 a day per center to keep our centers open. Just to give you an idea of what that costs, which is actually very minimal for the medical services that we're providing. We have a lot of help from different community partners with in-kind donations that without them we wouldn't be able to provide medical services. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. And I just want to express all our services are absolutely free to all our clients. So when they needed testing, prenatal vitamins, when they come through our doors, we are loving on them. And so all our services to our clients are absolutely free. So as far as what do we need, I mean, we need help being able to offer those free to the community. We have, as we mentioned, we have our bus coming up. We are so close to that. That is a huge need. It is believed statistically that when that bus gets in our possession and when we can drive it around the area, we will save 145 lives in the first year. That's amazing. And so we are blessed with great donors, great monthly donors. But we're always looking for more monthly support. We are going to launch a challenge in the next 4 to 6 weeks, our ultrasound challenge. Because as we know, the moment a parent sees their child on the screen, that is so effective. Just like the heartbeat, it's changing. So we're actually starting a challenge this year called the Ultrasound Challenge, where we're asking people to donate $50 a month. If you could afford more, we would gladly take that. But that $50 a month will reach one of our clients. It will show them a picture of their baby and also give them the peer counseling that they so desperately need at that time. We do a variety of events. You might see us. We do Spirit Night. In fact, tonight we're going to be at Hoo Hut. So if you want dinner plans, it's a great place to come. But they're partnering with us, and they're giving us a substantial amount of all the sales that come in between 4 and 8. We actually have a birthday party coming up celebrating our merger. It's at the end of the month. We have some invites here as well.
You can leave that invites up here.
Does that help answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
For volunteering, what positions would be filled by volunteers?
I love that question. Volunteers. We actually have a paper that we'll bring to you, but I'll kind of go over that. We're always looking for parenting instructors. We host a lot of classes, and so just simple teaching different skills, different parenting skills. We also need pregnancy test counselors, and those are counselors who have pretty intensive training that we provide. And then as a client comes in, you would meet with them and walk them through the process. We have the clothing room opening up, and that's going to require a lot of volunteers. And so that's another avenue. We're always looking for people who would come help us in the office, whether that's stuffing envelopes or getting files ready, just simple office work as well. If you have a degree, a medical degree, we always need medical degrees, helping with ultrasounds, testing, all sorts of things. And then we really need people who would be a church liaison for us, who would help us share our mission with your church, who would maybe help provide a baby bottle drive for us. Just be a good connection point that we can tell area churches what we're doing and how we're helping the community. How do we market our services? We're developing a market plan this year, but some of the things that we are currently doing, we do a lot of canvassing. So we take our flyer, we have little business cards with all our services. We leave those at different places throughout the community. We've figured out places where we can hang posters, advertise. Word of mouth is another one. We've done some advertising on local buses, some newspaper advertising. We try to optimize social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we're always trying to figure out what the latest and best way to reach the 18 to 24-year-olds. And there's something else.
I just wanted to say to the gentleman's question about if we were like Planned Parenthood is actually one of the biggest referral resources for us. They tell people how wonderful we are. So that kind of tells you what we're doing is good to all people. But our biggest referral resource is word of mouth, which I think means a lot, because what that means is the women who come to us trust us enough to tell someone else that we're good, that we're doing a good job, and that we will care for them in the right way. So, Kara and I have been working pretty hard to create a good marketing plan to address and make sure that we don't leave any stones unturned.
You're doing a great job.
No. Are there any other questions? Well, again, on behalf of Matrix Life Care Center, I just really want to thank you for having us out, and I want to thank you for your support in the past. It is amazing. So, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
So thank you very much, and I only have one of these at the moment. Is there a second organizer that we might be able to give our other speaker? Yes. So this is to help you stay organized, and we'll give you a second one here in a minute. And thank you, and